In a story that feels more like a movie than real life, actor Justin Baldoni and the people who work with him have found themselves in a very scary situation. After a legal argument began between Justin Baldoni and actress Blake Lively, things took a serious and dangerous turn. According to the video from James West, Justin's team, including his close friend and business partner Steve Sawitz, have been getting threatening messages. These threats didn't just stay online or in messages, they became real-life problems. One example mentioned in the video is that someone actually set fire to a trash can in front of Steve's house. The fire wasn't normal. It was filled with things like paint cans and other items that can make fires worse. It was a dangerous act that could have hurt someone or caused big damage. But that's not all. The same family also got a message afterward that asked them for money. The message said that if they didn't pay, something bad might happen to Steve's daughter. This kind of message is very frightening and has made Steve and his family extremely worried for their safety. The police and even the FBI got involved because the situation became so serious. Justin's team says that this all started after Blake Lively's legal team shared some court documents that included private information, like the names and addresses of the people on Justin's side. After that happened, they started getting these scary messages and threats. People think that once this private information became public, it made it easier for bad people to target them. Other people on Justin's team also say they are scared. Some had to build fences and add security to their homes. They are worried that they or their families could be in danger. These are people who just work in public relations, PR. Their job is to help celebrities manage their image. But now they're caught in the middle of a situation that's way beyond what they signed up for. The video suggests that while Blake Lively is going to red carpet events and acting like everything is normal, Justin's team is dealing with a very real and frightening situation. They say their lives have been turned upside down because of all the threats and fear that came from this legal fight. To sum it up, this isn't just a simple celebrity argument anymore. If what the video says is true, this case has become very serious and dangerous, with real people feeling scared and needing protection just to feel safe in their own homes. It shows how a Hollywood drama can have real-life consequences for the people involved, even those who aren't famous. This story has taken a surprising and serious turn. What started as a celebrity legal fight between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni is no longer just about lawyers, courtrooms, or famous people arguing. According to the YouTube video by James West, things got so out of control that the FBI, yes, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the top law enforcement agency in the United States, had to step in. So how did we get here? It all began when Justin Baldoni's team started receiving very serious threats. These weren't just mean comments online. These were messages that talked about hurting people, setting things on fire, and even kidnapping someone. One of the scariest cases involved Justin's business partner, Steve Sawitz. Someone actually set a fire in Steve's driveway. That alone is dangerous, but then Steve's wife got a message saying they needed to pay money, or else their daughter could be in danger. Can you imagine getting a message like that about your child? It's something that would scare anyone. The message even included personal details about the daughter, like where she went to college and where her school housing was located. That's when the family realized this wasn't just a random message. It was very personal, and it was meant to scare them. As more messages came in, and the situation grew worse, law enforcement had to take it seriously. The local police started investigating, and before long, the case was picked up by the FBI. That's a big deal. The FBI usually only gets involved when there's a threat across state lines, when crimes are very serious, or when something is possibly connected to federal laws being broken. Eventually, police arrested a man named Eduardo Aragon. He was caught on camera using the Wi-Fi at a public library to send these scary messages. He even admitted that he set the fire and sent the threats. The video says he was struggling with money, but that still doesn't explain the violence or fear he caused. But here's where it gets even more intense. The video points out that all of this happened right after Blake Lively's legal team filed some court documents. Those documents reportedly included private information, like names and addresses of Justin's team. After that, the threats started almost immediately. Some people are asking whether there's a connection between what was filed in court and the dangerous things that followed. Right now, the FBI is said to be looking deeper into everything. If they find out that anyone helped or encouraged these threats, even by accident, there could be serious consequences, like more arrests or even federal charges. The video explains that this entire situation has gone way beyond Hollywood drama. It's become something that affects real people's lives and safety. Justin Baldoni's team is now more focused on protecting their families than promoting any new movie. And the FBI's involvement shows just how serious it's become. In the middle of all this, Blake Lively is still being seen at events, smiling for cameras and acting like everything is fine. But behind the scenes, the people involved are dealing with real fear and serious legal trouble. So the big question is, how did it get this far? And will Blake Lively's team face any responsibility if it's proven that their actions helped cause all of this? Stay tuned, because this celebrity feud has turned into a real-life crime case, and it's not over yet. In most celebrity legal fights, you expect drama, headlines, and maybe some social media posts. But in the legal battle between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni, things took a very serious turn, and it might have started with something as simple but dangerous as a court document. According to the video by James West, Blake Lively's legal team is being accused of leaking private information about the people working with Justin Baldoni. This wasn't just public gossip or rumor. This was real personal information, like home addresses, names, and even private health details, being shared in official court filings. Let's break down why that's such a big deal. When someone goes to court, they often have to share evidence and information. But there are rules about what should be kept private, especially when it involves people who are not celebrities or public figures. The people working with Justin, like his publicists and managers, are regular professionals. They didn't ask to be in the spotlight, and they definitely didn't expect to have their homes and families exposed in court documents. And it's not just about addresses. The video says private medical records may have also been included in the filings. That's the kind of personal information that is usually protected by privacy laws. If that really happened, it could be a huge legal issue. One of the people mentioned was a man named Jed Wallace, a PR expert who was accused of organizing online support for Justin. But the video says that Jed never even got a chance to defend himself because Blake's legal team included his name in court documents without even serving him properly. Eventually, he was dropped from the case, but by then, the damage had already been done. His name had been linked to a public legal mess, and that can hurt someone's career and personal life in a big way. Two other women, Melissa Nathan and Jennifer Ayle, were also dragged into the case. These are just PR professionals doing their jobs, yet their addresses were listed in the court filings. After that, they had to increase their security at home. The video says one of them even feared for her children's safety. This part of the story shows how a celebrity fight can spill over and affect regular people. If what the video says is true, Blake Lively's legal team may have put innocent people at risk by not protecting their private details. And what makes it worse, according to the video, is that Blake Lively is known for asking the media to respect her own privacy. She's often praised for being a good mom and keeping her family life out of the spotlight. But in this case, critics are saying that while she asks for privacy for herself, she didn't protect the privacy of others. That's why some people are calling this unfair and even dangerous. The video suggests that it's not just about winning a lawsuit, it's about using the court system to shame and scare the other side, and that's something a lot of people find very troubling. So here's the big takeaway. This isn't just a Hollywood fight anymore. It's about how powerful people use the legal system and whether they should be allowed to expose others to danger just to win a case. Many are asking, if Blake Lively wants the public to respect her privacy, shouldn't she do the same for others? When celebrities go through legal battles, the media usually jumps in to report both sides of the story. But in the case of Blake Lively versus Justin Baldoni, a lot of people are starting to ask, is the media being too easy on Blake Lively? That's exactly what the YouTube video by James West talks about. According to the video, Blake Lively is still being celebrated in the public eye, walking red carpets, smiling in designer dresses, giving speeches, and even winning awards, while Justin Baldoni and his team are dealing with threats, fear, and the loss of their business. Let's look at the difference in how each side is being treated. While Justin's team is reportedly facing death threats, online attacks, and even real-life danger, Blake Lively continues to be praised by magazines and fans. She's showing up to movie premieres, getting compliments on her outfits, and being called a feminist icon, or a role model. But behind the scenes, the people connected to Justin say they're being doxxed, having private information shared online, followed, and even targeted with messages that say things like, "You are not untouchable." Some of Justin's supporters believe the media is ignoring these serious problems because of Blake's positive public image. She's often seen as the sweet, stylish actress who supports good causes. But the video claims that her team's legal actions may have led to real harm. And still, the headlines are focused on what Blake wore to the Met Gala or how happy she looked holding hands with her husband, Ryan Reynolds. The video says that this creates an unfair story, one where Blake looks like the innocent one, even though her team's actions may have caused a lot of pain for others. Meanwhile, Justin's team is dealing with the results of those actions, but they're not getting the same kind of sympathy or support from the public. To make it worse, Blake's supporters are still very active online. Some are defending her by attacking Justin's team, sending them cruel messages and calling them names. One woman in the PR team reportedly got a message saying her daughter might not make it to her school graduation unless she paid money. That's extremely serious. Yet it hasn't made big headlines the way Blake's fashion or red carpet appearances have. The video points out that this isn't just about public opinion. It's about how powerful celebrities can shape the story that the public sees. Because Blake Lively is well-liked and has a strong team of public relations experts, the media seems to give her the benefit of the doubt, even when there's serious trouble happening on the other side. It raises a very important question. Should someone be judged only by how they look in public, or should their private actions matter too? The video ends by saying this isn't just some online drama or Hollywood gossip.